here before. So proud yet insecure. The fun thing about changing the band up every time is that you get different musicians coming in, different instrumentation. Now we have Kaylee Goldsworthy who plays like violin and piano and different keys and stuff like that. She also plays guitar on some songs. But now we can incorporate those different instruments into some of the old stuff, so we get to be creative on the road as well as in the studio. The second song we played is a song called Basement Eyes. That is a song off of our new record Barriers, and that is a song that we all wrote together. Often songs will come in increments, like you get like just the music or just the words, and you have to fight really hard to get it all together. That was one of those songs that kind of came all at once, and it was like a lightning bolt. So I like playing that
song. When we first started, it was all just songs that Frank had, written in his basement, and kind of just, kind of almost like a garage band, like we're all getting together. It was like the first time, like being in a band together. And then the journey kind of took its own shape. Like once we got to Parachutes, I feel like those songs were a little like more thrashier, and we were like in the moment of being now a band. We still hadn't had a full band at that point. It was just Frank, myself. We had a drummer named Matt Olson, but like bass players, we kind of hadn't had a real bass player at that point. So now, flash forward to this record to where it's now a full band where everybody is kind of an adding member to each song. It's incredible. I feel like now, like it really does feel more so of a band than ever.
Well, I met Frank about 3 years ago because I was touring with Dave Hawes and his band The Mermaid, and we did a couple of tours together. We did the US and then we did overseas, and I very distinctly remember sitting in the stairwell of the chapel in San Francisco because the whole time I played mandolin on a song with you guys. We covered we did Killing Moon together, and I played mandolin with Dave, and we sat in a stairwell right before the show and like played Losing My Religion by REM, and because we were just like the whole time, anytime there's a mandolin, like you can't not play that song. And then I was like, in my head, I was just like, oh, this is really cool, like playing music with Frank. It's awesome. And last summer, you were like, hey, what are you doing? And I was like, for like catching up and dinner, or like what? And he was like, no, I got these new songs. I think it'd be really cool to be a part of it. And many snacks. Yes. And I was just like so stoked and honored to be considered for this project, especially with the caliber of musicians that he assembled for this band.
I've known Frank for half of my life, literally 20 years.
That's crazy.
And we've played together before in like other projects and whatnot, so I knew that we were gonna play well together. So I was very excited when he called me. And something that I think we had both always wanted to do. And but it's always funny when you join a band, you have no idea if you're gonna be able to play with all these people together. So I think we got really lucky in the choice process that you went through to pick these people.
Yeah, it's weird. Like I picked the dream team, like of people that I wanted to always be in a band with, and of course Tucker and Matt Armstrong I'd known for 20 years. Evan I'd known for close to that too, but he was 15 when I met him, so it was like it was weird. But Kaylee, when I met her 3 years ago, it was like, oh my god, like finally, like that's the other, like real recognizes real sometimes, and you get to like be like that's another one that's like on the wavelength. Like she's a lizard person too, like we need to get her in the fold. And I just love the way that everybody thinks about music. And you get nervous though when you get all of those people in a room, because in your head it makes sense, but sometimes those personalities just don't jive, and it's just so happened that like the stars aligned. Everybody's just super rad people as well as musicians, and everybody's in it for the greater cause. So
There also wasn't a backup plan.
That's true. Yeah, no
It was
backup
like
plan.
we're already in the basement. It's like, well, this better work.
That's why I locked the door.
Yeah. I was like, oh,
now
God.
you can't leave.
Yeah.